Eala, Tjen fall in the semis of the Abu Dhabi Open women doubles. The Southeast Asian duo put up a good fight against the doubles specialists. Walked in to test the waters, walked out with the realization that they're representing not just their countries, but the whole region. Eala and Tjen ended their WTA 500 Mubadala Abu Dhabi run with a semi-final loss to fourth seeds Tereza Mihalikova of Slovakia, W doubles number 28, and Olivia Nichols of Great Britain, WTA number 26, 4-6, 2-6, on Friday night, but they sure didn't leave empty-handed. The Southeast Asian pair, dubbed the Sisters, or Siblings, partnered for the first time in their careers and won the hearts of fans and followers. Their fans have long painted them as rivals in their past meeting and in the Southeast Asian Games. Eala, number 45 in the world, is SEA's top-ranked, followed by Tjen at number 47. In the game, Eala and Tjen traded blows with their counterparts early, dropping the opener before answering right back. Every hold was met with a reply, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, before they nudged ahead at 4-3. The fourth seeds steadied, flipped the script, and took 3 consecutive games to close out the set. The following set saw Mihalikova and Nichols race out to a 3-0 lead before Eala and Tjen broke the run to get on the board. The SE pair kept pushing, but the gap stayed. Their veteran opponent stayed composed and wrapped it up, 6-2, in a match that lasted 1 hour and 16 minutes. From Eala's end, she will next see action at the WTA 1000 Qatar Open from February 8 to 14, 2026. Get more of the latest sports news and updates on spin.ph. Notice on unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph content. Please be notified that any unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph's content and/or materials is a direct violation of its legal and exclusive rights to the same, and shall be subject to appropriate legal action/s. Tennis from horizons to heartbeats. The journey of Eala and Tjen at the Abu Dhabi Open. The desert sun arcs like a golden promise over Abu Dhabi's Zayed Sports City, where the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open brings the world's brightest tennis athletes into a dazzling arena of athleticism and ambition. Among them, 2 rising stars, Alexandra Eala of the Philippines and Janice Tjen of Indonesia, navigated both expectation and hope, carving a path that would electrify fans across Southeast Asia and beyond. What unfolded at the women's doubles semifinals was more than just a result. It was a testament to courage, unity, and the heart of competition. Open book the unlikely duo with a unified dream. Eala, already a name on the WTA Tour for her fierce baseline play and mental resilience, came into the tournament with mixed fortunes. In singles, she faced a tough challenge, ultimately being stopped in the quarterfinals by second seed Ekaterina Alexandrova. Yet, with characteristic grit, she pivoted straight into doubles. A different rhythm, a shared court, and a new kind of challenge. Janice Tjen, Indonesia's emerging talent, brought her swift court movement and tactical layering to the partnership. On her own singles path at Abu Dhabi, she had a setback earlier, yet doubled down on the opportunity to shine in doubles. Together, they formed a synergy that surprised many, not just in Southeast Asia, but in tennis circles globally. Their pairing wasn't just about combining skills, it was about shared heritage, a fusion of cultures and support stretching from Manila to Jakarta, from communities cheering at home to families watching across continents. Rocket breaking through, from first round to semis. In the early rounds, the Eala Tjen partnership showed flashes of brilliance. They overcame higher-ranked opponents, including the seasoned Leylah Fernandez of Canada and France's Kristina Mladenovic, with a thrilling 7-5, 3-6, 10-6 victory, not merely winning points, but winning hearts. Their performance was defined by tenacity and belief. When the tiebreak came, it seemed less like a swing of fate and more like affirmation. Together, they could push beyond expectations. Their composure under pressure reflected a synergy unusual for a relatively new pairing, a sense that they had not just trained together, but had a deeper rhythm on court. Then came the quarterfinals, a straight sets win over Zhang Shuai and Christina Buxa, 6-3, 6-3, And suddenly they were in the semifinals of a WTA 500 event. For both, this marked a career milestone. Fans cheered not only for the result, but for what it symbolized, a breakthrough moment for Southeast Asian tennis in a tournament dominated by global elites. Globe showing Europe-Africa more than a scoreline, representation and identity. As the duo walked onto the semifinal court, you could sense more than athletic tension. There was meaning in every step they took. They weren't just two athletes from neighboring nations. They were beacons for millions, representing a region of emerging talent, a community long waiting for a moment like this. Their semi-final opponents, Tereza Mihalikova of Slovakia and Britain's Olivia Nichols, were established doubles specialists, with precise coordination and years of partnership experience. The match that followed was a high-stakes chess game at 100 miles per hour, fast serves, anticipatory volleys, and rallies that kept both sides guessing. Despite their best efforts, Eala and Tjen eventually fell, 4-6, 2-6. The scoreboard may not have reflected the dramatic intensity of the match, but every point told a story of commitment and boldness. In defeat, there was dignity. In loss, there was pride. Red heart, the duality of competition, triumphs and trials. Sport is often cleanly measured in winners and losers, in champions and contenders. But in the sobering beauty of tennis, where every point is a story, this narrative transcended such definitions. For Alex Eala, who had faced disappointment in singles only hours earlier, the doubles arena was both sanctuary and stage. It was where she could spill her passion, where every swing of her racket was cheered louder because it wasn't random, it was lived, felt, and shared. Eala Tjen offered resilience in motion. Her presence embodied evolution, of form, of confidence, of a young player pushing boundaries beyond what rankings might suggest. Together, what they created was both a tactical partnership and a symbolic alliance, flowing across borders and uniting fans who saw in them a reflection of themselves, striving, rising, relentless. Microphone beyond the baseline, the voices of fans and future stars. Social media erupted with support, admiration, and pride. Fans shared clips, highlights, and enthusiastic threads celebrating the duo's run, embracing them as sisters, a playful yet affectionate term linking Southeast Asian hope and camaraderie. In locker rooms and interviews, Eala spoke about trust and joy, how playing with Janice brought out a fearless energy even in the face of towering opponents. Meanwhile, Tjen emphasized the growth this experience had afforded her, not just technically, but emotionally. Many young players, especially girls across Asia, found inspiration in their effort. They saw in Eala and Tjen not just athletes, but trailblazers showing that even global arenas can be taken on with heart and unity.